Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop, see what was out there, and got a lot of very cool creations again today. So some of these have been, a couple have been taken from the February Anvil Community Challenge, which was to build star citizenships. There's a couple on the spotlight, and I wanted to show those. So they've probably been seen already in a different place, but the rest of them are all unique and new creations here. So the very first one here, this is by Barefootnhilbily. This is the TerochClassCruiser from the Mandalorian. Very, very cool ship. The shaping on it is something you don't see very often or anything really quite like it. It's a very bulky ship. Looks really cool though. I like the big shape approach to the design on this one here. And what I mean by big shapes is you can see like there's a large triangle piece over here, and then like another big shape here, another big shape there, and then some more triangles kind of inverted from one another going along the hull here. And it's just that's what I mean by yeah, big shapes can be really really cool if done right. And yeah, this is doing it really really cool. I like the setup here. And take a look at the back side of this as well. Yeah, look at those two big thrusters there. It's kind of cool how the author did this too, because a lot of these Star Wars thrusters are gigantic on these larger ships, and there's no thrusters in the game big enough to simulate that. So the author actually has a real thruster in there, and then built like a whole thruster housing to make the entire thruster look larger than what the actual thruster is, which is really cool. I mean, you gotta do stuff like that. You can't. It's hard to replicate stuff like that from especially a Star Wars ship in the game. What I've been noticing too, and it looks like there's some various thruster upgrade positions on the ship here. Like I'm seeing this area here. Let's see if yeah, totally. So yeah, it looks like we could slop in another XL thruster over there, and don't got one there. Oh yeah, yeah, it looks like another lift thruster right there. So that's cool. Yeah, you can upgrade some thrusters. Right now I'm looking at this thinking, man, this is going to be a hard ship to move around, but I guess I don't really know what it's made of yet. That can make a huge difference, obviously. And then it looks like we've got a lot of weapon upgrade slots around here too. So it looks like we've got another 4, probably 8 launcher positions over there, another 4 over here, and I'm just counting the other side here too, assuming it's all symmetrical there. So yeah, a lot of extra launcher positions. Just curious on its turrets and things like that. I've seen yeah, there's a couple on the front there. That's a really cool turret setup there, like that. What else do we got going on over here? Oh, look at all the busy work going on in this section here. This is really cool. Kind of akin to, again, to Star Wars, a bit of a cut-in on the hull here, and then a lot of technical stuff going on in that area. And then big smooth panels on both above and below that. They're characteristic of a lot of different types of Star Wars ships. I like this turret mount here too on the nice round pedestal there. Very cool. And then yeah, notice there's a big hangar bay on the bottom side here that goes right up. I got to get to the top side of the ship yet here, but yeah, got another turret over there. And another turret over here. So not a huge amount of turrets on here stock, at least. Obviously, with a ship like this, you could plaster turrets all over the place if you wanted to. Lots of opportunities to stick turrets on it for sure. So on the top side, okay, so it doesn't have a hangar bay opening on the top side. That was only on the bottom side. Yeah, cool looking setup here. Like the yellow colored thrusters to kind of go with the hull accent color. Again, just cool little things going on here. Like the author was just trying to break up the big flat area, add some technical looking stuff going on here, like the pipes and this thing and the light and this little piece over here. Just a lot of that little fine detail kind of things going on the hull here. Yeah, very cool. But yeah, and then also, yeah, I'm noticing this section here. I was at first kind of wondering. I was like, oh, there's areas that are really clean, and then there's areas that are metally with this metal texture here. But this area here, this angle looks like this is, or maybe it's not. I thought it was structural frame blocks, but I'm starting to think maybe it's not structural frame blocks. Hold on, I got to get the tool out here just to see what's going on here. Pretty high hit point blocks. What are these? Hold on, I'm gonna mess up your ship a second. I gotta see. Okay, it is structural frame. I wasn't really seeing the seams very much. Okay, I'll put it back. So, okay, structural frame block. So this is a 1 to 3 angle going across these sides over here, and probably this section over here as well. Ah, very cool. Anyway, let's get on board this ship and then try to figure out what makes it tick. And just by looking at it, I know XL thrusters are pretty potent thrusters, but man, this thing's big. So I'm kind of thinking it's going to be at least stock. Obviously, you can add more thrusters to it. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of sluggish moving around, but I don't know. So I guess I'm going to come in through the hangar here, and we'll explore. Let me try to do a lighting shift a little bit here too. Don't want to go make it too dark, but get a little bit of light accents going in here. I like how you come up here. You got the railings all the way around this hangar area. This is, yeah, a cool setup here. I like the ceiling too. There's a lot of busy work going on there. Oh, wait a minute. There's more than busy work. There is, man, this looks like a bunch of medium shield upgrade locations, I would say. Yeah, your 2 by 3 by 3. Oh yeah, so there's a lot of them. Looks like 4 right there, some more over here. Oh, this one's bigger yet. So this would be 5 by 5 by 5. So a fusion reactor location, I do believe, and that's kind of neat. Oh, it's all done up in the ceiling here. Oh, and a second fusion reactor. I mean, you could put in large shield parts here too, but they only need to be 4 blocks tall and then 5 by 5. But a fusion reactor would fit in here, being 5 by 5 section there. So that's really cool. Like right across the ceiling there. Also some solar panels in here too. Kind of a little bit of auxiliary power. Sorry, I got a little carried away with the ceiling there. I just had to see what's going on. So a huge amount of upgradability already with some thrusters, so a lot of turrets, shield pieces, fusion reactors, who knows what else. So over here it looks like we got a little production area. A couple small constructors, couple advanced constructors. Got an armor repair right above that. That's cool. I like how it's placed in the ceiling like that. Let me go in this room. Oh wow. Okay, so here looks like our large shield upgrade room, or one of them. And I'm sure we're gonna have another one over here. Yep. Very cool. So okay, so a lot of medium shield pieces. Actually, that could total to 8. I'm guessing that. I think that's the maximum allowed. Yeah. So yeah, 8 across there, plus 2 fusion reactors. Already found 2 large shield upgrade parts as well. And it looks like we got a generator alley over here. This is cool. So it looks like we've got slots to add in a couple more advanced generators as well in this this general back area here. And this is kind of like a balcony over the hangar. And yeah, there's some marked off stuff on the floor here. I don't know if that is for a specific part or just decorative. Could be decorative in this case, I would say, or like a landing spot for like SV back over here. Wow, this elevator goes a lot further down, doesn't it? Let me get out on this floor. Okay, so we've been here. I'm going to try to head forward and then come back and I don't know where I'm going actually, to be honest. So we are roaming. I like this side hallway going around the hangar area too, with the staircase. Looks like it goes up another floor there and over here. That links to that back balcony. And then we've got okay, so we're seeing a medical sign symbol here. I wonder if this yep, gets us to a medical bay. That's cool. So it looks like we got all our specialized medical equipment, some boxes to put some armor mods and things in. That's usually what I see these boxes. That's my first thought is they're meant to hold like the armor mods and stuff. They just kind of fill that role, I suppose. And up here, ooh, we got the fancy console here with the, yeah, that's cool. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, this looks like the bridge is back over here. I was kind of wondering where the bridge was going to be on this ship. It's obviously didn't have any glass windows or anything on the front of it. So it looks like it's, yeah, pretty far back here. A couple passenger seats, our main pilot seat. Cool looking display over there. Some personnel operating the machines. So we got hydroponics, and it's showing an up arrow, so up the elevator that way. This, I imagine, will just loop back down. No, this is different over here. So we got a clone chamber, not a clone chamber, a teleporter right there. Looks like a kitchen. Nice window, I like that. I like the staircase here with the painted railings. Oh yeah, we got our place for the crew members. Kind of a mass bed area. Let me guess, this is going to be our facilities there. And this is going to loop back down probably to that hangar area. Yes. Okay, so everything kind of goes, it's kind of neat. Oh, it's using a lot of staircases on the sides here, not, well, there's probably some elevators around too, but it's using both things. Let's go up this way. Okay, so this links into an elevator. This goes to another elevator. Oh, this is where I get lost. Okay, so let's go up this way. Ah, CPU room and main core over here. So it looks like our Core 9, or some of the Core 9 CPUs are at least in this room. I wouldn't doubt if the other side of the ship has the rest of them. That would be what I would do and have recently done myself. Looks like we got places for auxiliary cores over here. A whole row of them. And then we got, I like the color change between the auxiliary and the quantum cores. So quantum cores, auxiliary cores, or mix match. But yeah, it's nice. You gotta have spots for that stuff. So up here it looks like we just got a room over here. You could put some stuff in it, but very cool. I like all of the staircase and the pretty intricate hallway design in this part of the ship, at least. Going up and around, so very cool. Oh, I don't want to go to the bathroom. Let's go this way. Okay, so we're back up to the bridge, and I'm gonna catch this. Well, actually, I don't know what's back here. Oh man, there's another elevator. No, I'm so lost now. All right, but anyway, hydroponics is up this way. I'm heading towards hydroponics. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, nice. So it looks like we got 18 grow plots on this side. Guessing, I don't know for sure though. It could be different on the other side, but let's walk around this way and see if we get to another hydroponics bay up there. I got to see where this elevator goes. It's just another elevator. Looks like it stops out at this room. Oh, this is cool. A little bit of a lighting look change here. So it looks like a fuel room, I would say. A lot of techie equipment and stuff to monitor all that. Plus our Pentaxi tank in there. Balcony going across the top of this as well. Yeah, fuel division. Okay. gotta have a whole division for fuel. That's what that division game was all about. Fuel. No, I'm kidding. Gravity generator up here. That's cool. I wouldn't doubt if this has more than one gravity generator in it, but I'm not sure exactly where I'm. I thought I was towards the rear part of the ship right now. Alright, so I'm going to get back down to the hangar. I'm just trying to see if I missed anything in the area. Don't think so. I like the look through from the lab here to the hangar area as well, and then there's our crew section on the other side. So yeah, some asymmetrical rooms and placements there. So on the very front, what the? Wow, I didn't expect this ship. Yeah, this is a big ship. So that's quite the area down here. And it looks like we've got some. I got to assume these are more like SV landing pads, but they're vertically stacked one another with a corridor going down into it. And then, yeah, larger place on the bottom. There's another gravity generator. Expected that. That probably would cover the ship with that second one up front there. And, yeah, I took some other weird ways around here. Just kind of flew down here. But some utility function. Let's go up on the elevator here. So I'm kind of going a little in reverse here. We get out to one of the decks here. Okay, so this is how you get to the vertically stacked landing pads going inside the ship, which is pretty wild. That's something you don't see very much either in creations. But again, this is a pretty big ship for sure. And yeah, got kind of a console on the other side of that. Looks like a repair bay is across this corridor here through the round hallway. And yeah, staircase over here. Yeah, a lot of these landing pads. There's a particular like SV or something, or different kinds of SVs designed for it. Basically, you can move around a lot of like attack craft or whatever kind of creations they are. Very cool. So let's take this staircase here. Kind of an overlook there, and all the way up to here, and kind of an overlook there as well. And it kind of looks like, from what I'm seeing, the ship stops right around, or stops going forward around this location here. So maybe that is all of it. A lot of docking spaces, though. Just an interesting way to do everything. But again, it's look at the shape of this ship, and it's a replica as well. So I mean, the author's following the ship shape here, and it's making an interior for it, which is really cool. I like the way this is done. But so I'm really curious on some things on this ship, though. I'm clearly seeing some Xeno blocks right here. This is a Xeno only texture. So let me do a little flying around in the front of the ship. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this bulky, massive thing. Looks like we got a decoy generator I just flew into over here as well. Oh yeah, there's a lot of yeah, this is pretty hardened on the front here. Ooh, yeah. Now the big question is, will this ship move? It's a big ship, a lot of blocks, protected Xeno stuff going across at least a portion of the front here. And it looks like the pilot would be way in the heck back there. So the pilot's in a pretty safe location from everything. So all right, let me get the lights back on a little bit here. Take a look at some numbers. So okay, so it's going to need a little bit of extra CPU right off the gates, and obviously there's a huge amount of things to upgrade in this ship. A lot of shields. I might have missed it, and they're really easy to play. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be probably locations to add in 8 small shield parts to it. I had the 8 mediums. I at least seen 2 large in there, but maybe it's designed for more than that yet. So motion-wise. Oh, I didn't expect that. Okay, this thing is hitting 70? 70 and... Holy smokes. Wait a minute. How do you move something like this size at 70 with only a couple XL strafing thrusters and like 2 XL forward thrusters? This has got to be a lot more lightweight than I think it is. Okay, so we've got our structural frame blocks here. So we got carbon, we got some steel, more carbon, structural frame, carbon. So okay, this is interesting. So it's got, looks like it has a lot of carbon on the hull, maybe some steel blocks around the front end here. A lot of structural frame blocks as well, which have higher hit points as well. So 1,500 hit points there. But yeah, that looks like the outer hull, for the most part, unless you get into the structural frame blocks, is carbon. But then it's got like this barrier on the front area here, which is filled in with Xeno blocks and decoys and all that kind of fun stuff. That is pretty cool. This is a neat little touch too. I just like that little tiny, the smallest block in the game, and you stick on a colored texture there, and you got a neat looking light there. That's just a nice trick there. I like that one. So okay, all right. So I got a little sidetracked here with the stats. It just I thought this was going to move less than half the speed of what it actually is, and it moves quite impressively good. So that's for its size and just sheer bulkness of the ship. 20 fuel tanks, 14 oxygen tanks, 19-hour and 56-minute build time. It will use estrium and zacosium and all the fun stuff. It's big endgame style ship here with a lot of upgrade potential on it. Does have our 4 artillery cannons stock, 2 laser cannons, 8 cannon turrets, long range radar. Again, you're going to need a little bit more CPU on this right off the gates. Let's get into storage here. So we got an 2 ammo controllers at 320k. It looks like we've got 7 container controllers here. Well, the first, so we got, looks like they're fluctuating in size between each controller here. So they're all above 320 by a good margin. There's 2 640s in the mix and some other mixed size or close to 640s in there. So yeah, a lot of storage, and of course a lot of miscellaneous blocks or boxes and other things. So yeah, wow, this thing it moves really quite well. That's crazy. I looked at this and it just looks so thick and so meaty that I'm like, how can you move it? And it's got like Xeno layered blocks in the front as well. And yeah, that's cool. I'm impressed. And yeah, Barefoot and Hillbilly's been building a lot of really cool Star Wars creations. Quite the collection now. Go check out his Steam workshop. Anyway, again, this is the TerochClassCruiser by Barefoot and Hillbilly, replica from the Mandalorian. So the next creation here, let me get the lights adjusted a little better here. Not that they adjust very well, but so the next one here, this is from Star Citizen, and this is the Aegis Vanguard by Procon Loter. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, I like the original ship in the game too. It was when I was following Star Citizen quite a bit. This was, I thought, one of the really cool ones. There's a lot of really cool ones, but yeah, this is. I just remember seeing some pictures of this ship, and it had a couple of them from a distance, and they had the camera on. I'll just simulate that a second. They had like the FOV like way down like this, probably even more so, and you could kind of see them off in the distance, and it just looks so cool. Anyway, I viewed some of those Star Citizen pictures of their creations and emulated some of that in some of my own screenshots, and a lot of times I will mess with the FOV to give it that slightly kind of zoomed in effect going on here. But anyway, yeah, this looks nice. This looks really nice. Like the shaping, everything's very angular. Looks very aerodynamic as well. I like how these wings were done here too. They kind of yeah, those I think are half-size blocks there. That's cool. We got some reverse thrusters there, like the abridged, so it's using a standard style cockpit or a prefab cockpit. A lot of these ships could use either or, but at this point in time in the game, the hit points on these things versus trying to run glass windows is just night and day difference. I mean, these things have, especially if it's an armored cockpit, it has entirely more hit points than what the glass ones do. But unfortunately, I typically like the glass cockpits better, as it feels better on the inside. You know, you can walk back out into your ship, and you don't have the option for that. But due to the hit point difference, it's almost like, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, I'm wrong too. I'm all like, this is a prefab cockpit. This isn't a prefab cockpit. Holy crap, it's not. Yeah, no, this is a glass cockpit. So I was all talking about that. It looks identical. Okay, all right. Hold on a second. I got to do something here. Let's get some armored cockpits out here. Where are the armored cockpits? There they are. Um, the reason why I thought this was that way, because it looks literally identical to this one. Because I seen this like black area. You see that black area right down the side? In fact, okay, I'm going to mess up your ship temporarily. I'll put it back. I'll put it back, I swear. No, remove some blocks. And if you did, no, I'm not going to go through all that, I guess. But seriously, yes, it looks like it's looked like it was a prefab, but it's not. Okay, so that's cool. I actually, like I was just saying, I actually like this better looks wise. Here, let me do one more undo. Put the glass back in there. Sorry about that. I just gotta mess with everybody's creations a little bit here. But again, yeah, this thing looks killer. The original ship had a pretty wild design with its thruster setup back here, but I thought it looked really neat. And the author here is taking advantage of these big long, this big long area of the ship here, and putting in some big old thrusters there too, which fits perfectly on this. And then I'm kind of seeing in the in this area here too, we've got some shield parts mixed in here, which is really cool. Oh, look at this. Connection set up like a big wire using a deco part there. Obviously a boarding ramp to get in. I like this, like these subframe pieces here. Again, that's part of the, since it's a replica, that's kind of part of the original ship there too. Like the weapon emplacement on the top here kind of looks like it's a whole turret itself, but it's a couple fixed weapons. And on the front as well, I like the embedded in texture lights there too. That's really cool, really cool. Let's go take a walk on the inside here. I don't know. We'll see how the lighting's doing. Oh, this looks, yeah. Oh, I like this too. Look at all the detail going on here. We got a door. We got a door inside. A couple armor lockers there. Cargo boxes embedded in the wall. O2 storage controller. I like how this looks. Very nice and detailed. Oh, a bed. Oh, check that out. And look at the like the black wood grain there. Oh, I actually kind of dig that. Interesting. Now this looks like a slot probably for some upgrades. Actually, well, there's a door back there, so check all that out. And we come up to our pilot seat, which is not a prefab. That's, you know, that's kind of cool in a way too, because it would really suck if you're flying this around, then the only way out would be to pop out through the top. There seriously needs to be an option on prefab cockpits to be able to walk out the back side of it. Maybe like a little, you know, when you place it, it's like little properties and set it to one or the other, like exit to the top or exit to the back or something. That would be so nice. And then I think a lot more people would be willing to use the prefabs. I mean, I do like the glass, don't get me wrong, but problem with glass is that the hit points are not even in the same ballpark as a armored cockpit, not even close, which is kind of a weird side effect that shouldn't be. Anyway, let's see what's behind some open sesame. There we go. So it looks like we would have, well, we got a storage controller back here too, which is cool. But it looks like we'd have just a lot of room to put in. Quite a bit of stuff would fit here. You could put in some 1x3 generators. You could put in some shield parts. You could put in some cores. You could put in stuff, just whatever you want, really, which is really cool. I like that. There's so many upgrade parts now, especially in Reforged Eden, that it's nice to have a place for that. Oh, look at this place. Oh, this is cool. So we got a passenger seat, a couple fridges, our trauma station. I like this side room. That's cool. That is cool. I didn't expect to see this. I just thought it was going to be like another part upgrade spot. But no, that's we've got this one over there for that. And did I see another door over on this side somewhere? Yeah, over here. Okay, so more part upgrades in here. So yeah, you can fit whatever fits there, which would be again quite a lot of things fit there. So very cool, very cool. Just studying this. What the heck is this? Oh, that's one of those. Yeah, the Reforged Eden food processors or whatnot. I looked at this side here. And I'm like, what is that? It just looked unfamiliar. I didn't. Yeah, I was looking at these little fan blades there. That looks really cool. I like how that's set up on the inside here, and nice looking interior too. Yeah, really cool ship here. Let's see what you're all about in here. Now, did we see a shield in here and a warp drive and that kind of stuff? We see a pentaxia tank. There's the shield. Okay, oxygen over there. I'll have to try to look in the menu here to see if it does have a warp drive. It may not. Jump drive. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Okay, it's got everything. It's got everything. And okay, well, we're looking at CPU, so it's a smidgen over 60,000. That's not going to bother the ship at all. You don't need to put in any additional parts to make this thing work. 5 hour and 2 minute build time. A little bit of Estrium and Zacosium, not a whole lot. This is pretty typical. We've got 4 laser cannons, 1 heavy minigun turret, a bomb, 4 bomb launchers. So this is a true bomber here. We got a detector, size class 2. Speed-wise, so we got 84 forward, 14 strafing, 89 lift, 59 reverse, 27 down, 12 fuel tanks, 4 oxygen tanks. And let's take a look at your storage here. So we got a cargo system here at 12K and then ammo at 7K. So we're at 19K plus it looks like some other miscellaneous boxes, fridges, and other things in there. So yeah, about appropriate there. Yeah, really cool ship. Really cool ship. Again, this is the Aegis Vanguard by Procon Loter. Very nice, very nice. Definitely dig it. Cool looking SV. So this next one, when I first grabbed it, I tried to spawn it over the ground and something wasn't right and it wasn't sinking into the ground. I'm like, oh no, it's another game bug. Then I realized that this little guy over here was an HV. Really threw me for a loop there. So this is the Q1H housing module by Commander Catron, or Qtatron. And yeah, guys, this is a HV. This is like this little living quarters, but it's an HV, and that really threw me for a loop there because I thought it was a base. It looked like a base. Everything about it looks like a base, but it's not. It's a HV. So yeah, really wild. So it's a little thing. I mean, it's a tiny little thing. So I'm gonna get out of God mode too, and we're just gonna walk into this. Let's check out the outside here. Pretty simplistic. I do like the coloring and the smoothness and the rounded edges. It does go with the look of this, and this is kind of neat too with that's LCD there. Yeah, that's LCD. These are not decals. Okay. Yeah, cool looking shape formation there with the eye and the triangle. Isn't that a song? I was thinking Eye of the Tiger. Okay, Eye of the Triangle. Oh, look at this. This is neat. Wow. Look at all the stuff in here. That's cool. Temperature minus 27 degrees Celsius outside. Radiation. Oh, it's got a plant in the window. Got a trauma station. O2 over there. Wi-Fi. Clone chamber. Storage controller. Fridge. Food processor. Constructor. And look at this bed. That's cool. Yeah, how the blankets on there with the hat, with the thin blocks, and the blankets hanging over the edge and the pillow. No, it's really cool. I mean, considering how small this is, it's the author's really packing a lot of detail in here. Quite a lot of function in here too. The weird thing about this creation is I don't think it moves. I think you just spawn it and it sits there. So I looked around when I was spawning it in. It doesn't have any hover engines on it. It does have generators, does have fuel tanks, but I don't believe it moves. But of course, you know, a little bit of modding here, and you could probably relocate your house to another position if you really wanted to. But no, this is really cool. It's just small and compact, and you could park this on a CV too, and then, I don't know, well, you'd have to be able to move it, but that's cool. That's cool. That's just a unique creation there. A little HV like very useful house building. You know, protects you from the elements. You got your clone chamber. Can do some crafting, store your food, all that fun stuff. So yeah, very very cool creation here. Um, oh, it's got a turret on there too, a retractable turret on the top. So let's take a look at some numbers here. So it doesn't move. I got that part figured out. Size or unlock level 12, size class tiny. 17 minute and 27-second build time. Wow. So you can see a lot of practicality with this, right? You could just literally keep one of these or a couple of these like built in your factory, and when you go down to some crazy planet and you need to like recoup or warp back somewhere, you can just slop one of these down anywhere really quickly, and yeah, that's cool. Or not warp, I mean, well, with a clone chamber, if you die, you can come back to it. So yeah, 9 fuel tanks in here, 1 oxygen tank. CPU wise, CPU nothing. CPU nothing. So yeah, this just has your basic core in it and nothing else, and that's why it's so inexpensive as well. You don't need even that basic CPU core in the mix. Let's take a look at what it's got for storage in here. So it has an ammo controller at 5K and a fridge. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Actually, so 5K of ammo. It's got the one retractable turret there, but yeah, it can hold a lot of ammo for that too. So yeah, this is just neat. This is neat. This could be very practical for gameplay use, depending on your situation, especially if things go amok and you're attacking a POI and your ship or whatever gets blown up and you're stranded out in the middle of nowhere. This is your saving throw. This is how you get back on your feet. So really really cool idea there. Again, the Q1H housing module by Commander Ketron. I might have said that wrong. If I apologize if I did. So the next creation here, this one is the SSW. Oh no, another word. Corsic. I think that might be it. Reforged Eden Legacy Hunter by Stan 2112. So the spelling on this one is Corsic, Coresque. So yeah, this looks nice and cool. It's got that kind of combat looking design going on here. So I'm having a feeling that this is a more of a dedicated combat oriented ship, just by its general looks. A lot of times when you see a ship in a format like this whole part is kind of meant to take a lot of damage, and then you've got a lot of your meaty turrets on the backside. It's an effective combat strategy in the game. And it kind of looks like this one is following some of those design cues there, which does work. Nice looking ship though, well detailed. I mean, I like the color mix-ups in here too. Well, not mix-ups, but the like the black in with the lighter blue shades. A lot of detail going on, plus a whole range of texture lights kind of down in there. I like this thruster assembly here. This is the reverse thrusters, but the whole shaping on it's yeah, that's pretty cool. It's unique, kind of like this backwards V there. That's cool. Got a big old strafing thruster back over here. Looks like a big single forward thruster. Oh yeah. So I can see someone's really trying to optimize the CPU usage here. Big old XL lift thruster down there as well. Yeah, so the author didn't want to like screw around with the little thrusters on here and just put in, it's kind of looking like one per direction on XL thrusters, except for the top, which yeah, this makes a lot of sense too. These are not the XLs. These are the large thrusters here, which makes sense. I would have done the same thing honestly, because it's cheaper CPU and I wouldn't really want that much down thrust necessarily on it. So yeah, looks like it is well thought out ship here. got a little thruster here. It's actually visible, but I would imagine that this mostly serves as a decoy and maybe a little bit of a counterbalance to make it look like the front of the ship went nosedive if this thruster was the only one visibly lifting the ship up. And we got our cockpit bridge right in this section over here. Very nice. Little landing pad. Not for anything too big, but something small. Something small could park over here. All right, so let's get on board here. I'm gonna try to adjust. I'm still trying to adjust the lighting. I notice it depends. You know, it's I wanna have these ships look the best they can on the inside with the lighting scheme and stuff. It's a little rough though. But the game's lighting changes kind of put a bit of a curveball into that for the most part. So yeah, we're right to the bridge. So you come right in the back there. It looks like we've got like a lot of things right in this area. So we got a small constructor, storage controller, our med bay, O2, shower, you know, all the stuff you'd want for gameplay use, like right at your fingertips as soon as you walk in here. Very nice. And then we got this asymmetrical elevator on one side here. Looks like we got a storage box there, and then we're going to get down into the parts area here. We got a big advanced generator there. Looks like we got a full-size, probably a heavy shield, I would guess. Fuel tank down there. Taxi tank. We're walking right above the warp drive right now. CPU blocks in here as well. Detector on the inside. Look at that. Or not a detector, a long-range radar. Cargo box up there. Some thruster access. Yeah. So this, you could definitely tell this ship is made for a specific function in game. And it looks like it's really dedicated to do that function. And I can tell we've got some Xeno going on here too. Certain textures just sort of show that way here. In fact, I want to take a look at the hull on this one a bit too. Let me get out the good old multi-tool here. So, okay, so we've got some combat steel going on here. Across the front, let me dig in, and I can see the Xeno layer here. Actually, this whole front looks like it's packed. There's our decoy generator in the front, decoy thruster there. Got a blast door. Oh, I didn't even see this from the inside of the ship. Or maybe you don't see it from the inside of the ship. Oh, look at this area down over here. So, yeah, just some more. The whole front is really designed to get just smashed. So, you know, looking at the name too, this all makes a whole lot of sense. It is a legacy hunter. Legacy means legacy space. Means you're going to go into space and your shields don't do much. And so you got to build literally a real, actual tough ship to do the combat in that part of the game in Reforged Eden. And you can't depend on your shields. So I see exactly what this was made for and why. Makes a lot of sense. I don't think there's there's some other creations like this on the workshop, but yeah, that's a good idea. Looks like it would be a very effective ship too. I mean, I know this format works well. The way it's set up, it's got the decoy. It tries attacks the AI fire around this front area for the most part. All your nice weapons and stuff are in the back. You got a lot of maneuverability, or it looks like it's going to have a lot of maneuverability to it. And then you can usually do a pretty good job and stay alive as well. And your bridge is way back over here as well. And I noticed that like this is all Xeno on top there just to give it an extra layer of protection, I suppose, more hit points essentially. And I wouldn't doubt if there's other parts of the ship that are beefed up, but yeah, this ship is there's not a lot of interior space at all, and it is really made for its task. So let's look at some numbers here. Start with, moves pretty nice actually. 45 forward, 45 strafing, 48 lift, 50 reverse, 29 down, 13 hour and 30 minute build time. Gonna use some of the stuff, figured it would. Estrium, Zacosium, all that fun stuff. That's typical. You can't really avoid it. 2 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. So only a size class 2, or barely over 1. CPU wise, fits right in that Core 9 setup. Yeah, that's practical too. I mean, you're going to use, ships like this to get your more CPU, so it doesn't need it. Otherwise, it would be a little counterproductive if you built a ship to get your CPU, do all the fun stuff to accomplish that, but it took additional CPU, like quantum or auxiliary cores, to do it. You'd kind of be at a loss, where this one's really just set up well. I mean, it really is. Let's see what else. Storage, last thing. So we got a raid transfer. Oh, I like this. I like that cargo salvage, cargo. Oh, yeah, I like how you did the wording and the coloring and the colons in there. That's cool. So we got a cargo. We got salvage area, or controller at 256K, ammo at 256. And then we've got, I think these are boxes over here. Yeah, well, boxes are that stuff. Loot, yeah. So, yeah, looks like we got 512K of total cargo in here, but, well, half of that is for ammo, which is definitely needed. So, again, yeah, very cool. Well-designed, combat-oriented legacy spaceship here. And again, this is the SSW Corsic, if I probably said it wrong. Reforged Legacy Hunter by Stan 2112. Very nice, very nice. So the next one here is a biggin. This was another Star Citizen build here. And this one was shown in the build video, or I'm sorry, not even the build video, the challenge video. I did see this already, but I thought it was really cool too. This is the D-Serve RE 600i by Seraphim. And this is a big ship. This is a big one. So this is obviously doesn't have the whole name there. I thought there was another name in Star Citizen too, but yeah, the 600i, that was by Origin, I believe. It was the manufacturer in Star Citizen of this. So yeah, check this thing out. It is quite smooth on the outside. It's got some really neat looking body lines going on with the mixed coloring, some texture lights highlighting certain areas. Let me get the lighting better too. It's looks like the lighting got a little weird, and I think we got some fog going on too. There we go. Oh yeah, look at this little door over here. That's cool. Huh. What I thought was really, really neat, what the author did is first this entire setup here. It's got this thin block edge wall going around this internal thruster area with a really cool looking shaping and texture lights. So all again done with thin blocks, like multiple layers of thin blocks around here as well. Yeah, it's just a nice clean looking design there. Really makes the thrusters kind of look cool. Look at that from a little distance there. Very nice. And on the back too, it's got the same kind of decor with the thruster housings. And we got a hangar door on the back, or a long range radar sitting right back there. And yeah, this thing's just massive. Oh, look at that. We've got a, ooh, look at that. That looks like a big shield part to me there. We got a tree. No, that's not part of it. Some spotlights on the outside here. Yep. No, this is cool. On the top, holy sweet. Yeah. I mean, I've seen this already, so I'm trying to like pretend I'm looking at it for the first time, but I watched another player obviously go through this and kind of check it out. One thing I always thought was really cool, and I'll just take a little pause on the rest of the ship here, is the shadows that you can get from the old school glass. Like doing this formation, you see the shadows you're getting across the floor. I always thought that looked really neat, and you can use that to your advantage on some creations to add extra detail to a room area. And since I'm in this room right now, I just got to check out this really awesome looking pool table. it's really hard to do furniture out of blocks for CVs because the blocks are really big, and I see a lot of authors do that kind of thing a lot more with SVs, HV, or small blocks, but big blocks are hard to pull that off on. But I thought the author did a wonderful job here with this pool table, just done with half blocks and certain pieces around the edges there, and that's neat. It does look pretty good. I know how limited of block selections you've got to do this kind of thing with CVs, but yeah, nice job on that. So we got our poker player over here, Dealer Joe. Let's see. So anyway, I guess I'm here. I'll fly around a little bit more on the outside here, but I know this ship has been seen already, and it's a really big ship, so I did want to like hop in there and like check it out, but not spend a huge amount of time as it was seen already. So I'm going to let's just start in here. So we got our main bridge over here. Really cool LCD work done for the ship too in multiple different places. A lot of custom LCD work going on here, like this whole thing here, I do believe. But yeah, look at all the little detail, like the words there. That's got kind of this line thing, and even the lines are complex, going from like different characters and different spacings to, and then it kind of mimics that over on the other side, almost like it was fading out. I don't know, just a really, really cool looking display there. Our subspace communication, sensor control. A lot of just general stuff here in the big bridge area. I'm gonna go just straight through here. So we got I love this too. Again, inside of the elevators will tell you information. This is my favorite way to do it at this point. I don't do it on every creation. So it doesn't work all the time. But the big problem with so many of these creations is how I used to like to do info LCDs would be to be above the elevator, but that doesn't work out so often with the blocks. And like even if you try to cover up the elevator, you can't put an LCD right up to this because it doesn't really have the fine detail. Like when you position an LCD, it really needs to allow you to put in whatever number you need there, as opposed to increments that don't really work out very well in a lot of cases. But so we're in the crew bridge area. Head back at this area. This ship is quite the thing going on the inside. A lot of room. Again, in the game too, this was like a luxury, kind of a luxury, high-end cruiser kind of thing. I don't know. It's I don't exactly know what the ship in Star Citizen was really supposed to be, but I know it was for it's kind of like an executive VIP, just fancy ship you would take around those kind of people with. And look at this. This is really cool too. Bunch of LCDs in here, so you got some craziness going on here. Oh yeah, those arrows. Oh, that's an optical trip there. Look how those arrows look like they're pointing in different directions when I look at them from different angles. Or at least this one over here looks like it's literally rotating on me. Yeah, that's wild. That's just it's almost an illusion because it actually looks like this. I don't know. What a trip. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and obviously we got a big hangar down below here. A lot of glass on this ship. Some big glass sections. Got our ATM cash machine over there. Got to have it. Our teleporter. Very, very nice. Looks like we got a Xenoblock there too. Core. So this looks like it's. Oh yeah, this connects to the outside door that we've seen. Oh, I like the LCD here too. The offsetted text to kind of give it that beveled look. Yeah, very cool. Oh yeah, there it is, right up here too, with a frame around it here made out of blocks. That's nice touch there as well. And we got the time. I thought that was cool. I seen that on another of this author's creations recently. I thought that was a pretty slick thing, actually. Something I didn't see prior to that other creation, actually. So up along here, looks like we've got some interesting grow plot setups here. You could put the RE grow plots above there, or just make this fancy formation of plants in that section. And then we got some more back over here. So it looks like we got, yeah, so 36 plus another 18. So probably 54, guessing. Ooh, VIP lounge. The Diamond Club. I like that. The diamond made of LCDs too. Oh yeah, this is getting into that big glass back area here. Now, this is quite the place. The glass floor. Oh, look at that. Got like some planetarium thing going on down there. Look at it. Yeah, and this I thought, no. So we already seen this room, but yeah, this looks really cool. This we found our way from the other side of the ship here pretty easily. And we got a force field set up over here. Interesting. And then it gets down to this kind of this balcony. It looks like, yeah, a balcony over here. Really fancy. I like how the this is set up here. You got the corner couches. And yeah, this is at this piece here with the planets and things on it, and the star. Ah, that's really cool. Oh yeah, and check it out. We've got to have our restaurant, our cafeteria style restaurant here. It's got some normal food in it. Look at that, muffins and croissants, ham and eggs, lattes, cappuccinos. Oh, we got the dancers. We got some dancers. Look at this floor. That's wild. Yep, gotta have you gotta have the dancing going on in here. So we've seen. Wait a minute, these are. I was up on a different deck before looking at this. So these are just a bunch more grow plots in the area. And yeah, this big open walkway around the whole area. It's very roomy, obviously. Oh, and yeah, check this out. Then a big farming section. So this thing's got grow plots, a lot of grow plots all over in different places. Wow, I'll have to take a look at the total grow plots in here. I thought it was just going to be in that one area there, but not so much. Check this out. I like the LCD on the door here too. Yeah, that totally matches the door cutout going on there. That's really cool. Oh wow! So we're going down to the crew area, but I got to say these the crew members here on the ship are gonna have it pretty nice too. We got a bunch of boxes over here. Looks like our warp drive over on this side. Some information there. Oh, look at this area. Oh, this is cool. I was just saying, I was making mention somewhere recently that how I liked the old school way of being able to put labeling your boxes by putting LCDs in front of them. I always liked that method from back in the day before there was the storage controllers and that kind of thing. And yeah, it's got a section just like that, and that's really cool. Like how all the LCDs are above there, and it tells you what's so you kind of know what to put in each box without messing around. Very cool. Yeah, nice looking cargo box room here. We got hangar repair. Oh, we're gonna go down to the hangar. I haven't been there yet, so I was kind of skipping that for now. There's a lot of places in this ship, though, I tell you. Bar garden. Wow, there's five floors right there. The atrium. The atrium. Oh, okay. Yes. This room up here. So yeah, this whole section kind of like interlinks and joins into just a big massive luxury area. Our way in and out there. Teleporters. We've been here. Man, let's go down. What's over here? Oh, okay. So yeah, so this one is above there in the glass. That's a nice idea too. So yeah, VIP bar garden. We're on... I guess we're going down to the hangar here. Oh, this is... Wow. No joke on the hangar. This is a big hangar. Yeah, I like the this walkway, this glass setup going right along the edges of the hangar, and the formation looks pretty elegant there. Hangar floors and all this fancy wood grain as well. Looks like we got a repair bay right over here. Massive blast door opening from the bottom of the ship to get into the hangar. That is a big blast door. Big blast door. And yeah, we've got a regular good-sized door back here too. This looks like the large type doubled up. More protection there. Fusion reactor over here. I like the display case for that too. It's like its own little exhibit here. Another one on this side. A little different stuff going on. This one's got some smaller shield parts in there too. That's cool. Kind of like you're walking through a museum or something. That is really cool. Man, look at all this stuff. Oh yes. Also on the I did see on the post there are alternative colors. So you got the original color scheme, which it should be now, and then there is this other one here. Hold on, is this a regular? Yes, it is. Hold on, gotta try this out real quick. Let me copy that. I just hit Control C on the keyboard to copy it, and let me get a color tool. Figure there, and we will blast over those colors with the alts. And it probably isn't going to make much of a difference on the inside. I bet you. We'll look at the outside though in a minute, and I bet you the colors have changed some in places. So yeah, a really cool hangar. A lot of stuff going on the side of the hangar too. Some production, big shield part over here. Just ways in and out all over the place. And hangar storage areas. I'm kind of gonna try to run through this a little bit. Get this last part looked at fairly quickly here. I just want to check this out. So this goes down to the ramp to come into the hangar area from below. So emergency exit. Let's take these staircases too. We don't have to take the elevator. Oh yes, and this is something else I seen in the other video too. Look at the it's like a diagram, the top-down diagram of the ship. And I heard that this was made, there's a certain tool or something that can do this somehow. I don't know how it works. I don't know nothing about it, but it's very, very cool. You can tell the author put a lot of time into really like just doing all these things. All this stuff takes a lot of time to do. Yeah, here's that diagram again. That's really cool. It mimics the top-down view of the ship there. Very cool. Just so much LCDs and labeling, and look at this whole section here. Yeah, wild. Yeah, take a walk down the side of the hangar here. Look at the flooring here. We've got the different shaded fancy wood going on here. Atrium, yeah, we've been there. Bar garden. I know I'm missing areas in the ship. It's a giant ship. Here's the other side. Again, I like it here too. Look at the copper, the cobalt, the blood. That's neat. That's neat. I miss it. This was like the norm back in the day. I kind of like the storage controllers too. Don't get me wrong. It's just I thought the being able to. What I really miss is just being able to, I wish I could, as a player, just pick up whatever, no matter how heavy it was, and keep it in my inventory, and then put it in boxes manually, and not screw around with the Wi-Fi and the P menu and all that. I never liked it. That's just my personal opinion, though. Alright, well, anyway, I know I missed areas on the ship, but I do want to just keep the video moving on here Could spend a lot more time on this ship. One last thing though, I didn't check out some of these rooms. I know I just said that, but okay. All right. I know I didn't see that bottom room there. Anyway, very, very cool ship. Take a look at some numbers here. To start with, I probably need to turn on the thrusters. So let me do that. So we're 63 forward, 42 strafing, 42 lift, 48 reverse, 21 down. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. It's a big ship. 82 fuel tanks in here, 28 oxygen tanks, size class 28, 34 hour and 11 minute build time. Has an antimatter warp drive on here. Ooh, what's that? It's going to need a lot of CPU for sure. It comes with quite a bit. It brings it to 4.1 million CPU, but it's going to need more. I'm sure there's a lot of upgrade places in here too, but this has got some really high-end parts. I don't even, like some of these parts I've never experienced in game, like regenerative shield generator, antimatter warp drive, antimatter tank. It does have 10 quantum CPU cores in it currently, but it looks like it's going to need more, or some auxiliary cores in the mix there as well. I did want to see. I was really curious on the grow plots. They're not going to show up here, are they? No, I got to go to devices. I thought. Wait a minute. I thought, where did it say that? I know I've seen them before. Now I'm suddenly having a mind blank on where that is hidden at. Is it going to be listed here somewhere? Oh, I don't. Well, I'll do this temporarily. Hydroponics, harvest. Those are just the lamps. Oh, here they are. Duh, I'm an idiot. They should be in here. There it is. 180 grow plots in here. So yeah, a lot of grow plots. So yeah, very cool. Storage wise, it's got a lot of storage. This is very nice too. Everything's labeled very nicely. It tells you your big controllers there, how much space is in each one. So we got 4 640s there, 4 320s. Lots of boxes, lots and lots and lots of boxes in this ship. And everything's labeled too. So the author spent all the time to do all this work over here, color code everything, label everything, LCD everything. Very, very cool. So again, this is the DSEV RE 600I by Seraphim. Very, very cool ship. So the last one here, this was in new releases. This by an author author Optimus Prime, and I'm gonna have a really hard time saying the name of this ship. This is the Zugu Katsu. Oh, that might be my #1 butcher of a word yet. So it's spelled ZUGAI KOTSU. I really don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I don't know, but yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. I looked, and every week I try to grab something out of new releases, often by authors that you're not super familiar with and things like that. And this isn't the first. I don't believe this is the first creation that I've looked at by this author though. But yeah, look at this thing. This thing's wild. I normally turn off spotlights on ships when I spawn them in, but this one I left going on because of its fun front end on it. It's just got the teeth. It's got the spotlight eyes, the little skull thing going on here. I like how this is done. It's just neat. So it's gonna bite you. Very, very cool look there. And let's take a look at the. So this is a pretty dark shaded ship here. Let me try to get the lighting a little bit better there. But yeah, no, it's black. I think this is straight black on the hull, and it's got the yellow accents on it and texture lights. Oh, we got some blinky lights going on over here. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Quite of a, I would probably say that maybe this is an all-arounder, but it does look like it has a focus on combat. Yeah, quite a lot of turrets going on in here. Yeah, this is neat. What's... Oh, these are holes. These are just holes. I was looking for thrusters down there, thinking maybe there's thrusters there, but no, they're just some holes. That's cool. So we got looks like yeah, a couple big XL thrusters moving forward. Those are XLs, aren't they? Yeah, I think so. Those are 3 blocks. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, a lot of forward thrust power going on here. And then we got some strafing thrust. Those are just large as there. More strafing, reverse thrust. And that looks like that's going to be like a multi-turret there. Probably long-range radar back over here. Like the landing pad back here as well. Yeah, it's a pretty cool-looking designed ship. Again, I love the front end, but yeah, the whole general layout here. You've got like these 2 big thruster pods off to the sides, and the setup's yeah, pretty cool there. Just interesting with the circles going right through the middle there. That is definitely interesting. Oh, we got some armored glass in the sides here too. Yeah, very cool. It looks like most of the well, a lot of the turrets are retractable. Not all of them though. Let's take a look at the bottom side here. So yeah, a lot of looks like it's going to be a pretty quick ship actually. There's a lot of big thrusters on here. And it looks like we got a boarding ramp on the bottom here. Oh, this is neat. I like how the author indented the floor to using these particular blocks to make this kind of lip around the boarding ramp. And it yeah, very different from the rest of the hull there. You can kind of see where you're going definitely down here. All right, well, let's get aboard here. Let's go right up here, and it looks like right into a teleporter and a medical bay. Looks like so we've got oh, we got a clone chamber over there. So yeah, okay. So to the author, if you do have this piece, if you're able to get this piece in, it's a little more expensive than your basic clone chamber, but this should do the same functionality as that. I know it's confusing in the game, and I wish it was a little more clear. Or actually, quite frankly, I just wish that this didn't actually work as a clone chamber, and then you would need this piece in the game. I don't know why it is the way it is. It just is. Then we got a teleporter right over here. One other thing to the author: if you do put in a sensor, like directly like above the teleporter here, or somewhere that as soon as you walk on this square, it turns the teleporter on or off. It's an easy way to do it, and it'll save you power. Now, right now, it looks like it's off anyway, so maybe it's just kind of set. Maybe there's a P menu switch in this case, or some other way to turn it on in the ship. But so it looks like we've got some guards in here, a couple sentry guns here to blast anybody legally coming up the door. A couple armor lockers. Let's see what's going on up here. So we've got some production area here. Armor repair, a couple O2 chambers. This is, yeah, looks like an actual repair console, I think. Yes. Yeah, there's some deco pieces that can look a little bit like that too, but no, that's actual repair console there. Oh, I like this area. This is cool. Neat looking glasswork on the sides there. Color differences in this room too. The lighting looks a little different. Fancy wood grain floor. Some beds in here. Shower. Kitchen area. And it looks like back here, yeah, this is a ramp. It goes right down into the hangar section here. That's cool. So we got some cargo boxes. Utility function. Some more sentry guns there. Quite a bit of ventilators going on. Very cool. Um, One thing I did notice too, some of these thrusters are really, really hot. Now, they may not be on, but walking over here, if you're going to walk around the area, you're gonna hit some really high temperatures on the side there, like 977 degrees Celsius there. So just one of those things. You got to watch the thrusters. These big thrusters, or all the thrusters, typically need one full block space away, including on the corners. Otherwise, if you walk anywhere near that area, it does become painful. I understand though you can access everything remotely in the game, and you really don't need to walk to these areas to do that stuff anyway. So just one of those things here. Oh, we got a farm area here too. So it looks like 18 grow plots, fridges, food processors. Very nice. Looks like we got our main shield, gravity generator out in this area. A bunch of fuel tanks, CPU core blocks. This is the actual room here, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So a lot of the parts up here. Let me just fly in the front end a little bit here. Again, I really like this. This that's cool. So yeah, CPU core blocks, some fuel tanks and things like that, generators. A lot of your parts and equipment are up here. Now, one other thing to the author though, it's kind of cool, but if it was going to be used for a lot of combat and it was oriented facing the enemy and you did take damage here, having like fuel tanks and generators and stuff in this general location of the ship is probably one of the most likely areas of the ship to get hit if you were engaging in some more difficult space combat and your shield went down. I mean, if your shield's not down, it doesn't make any difference at all. But if the shield does go down, that could cause you some heartache there, because that front would some of those parts will chain react and cause larger explosions like the fuel tanks and the generators, and it would be able to destroy the whole area pretty quickly. So that's just a heads up. I've learned all these things over time. I still don't get it right all the time either, but yeah, that's one of those things there. Let me get back in the ship here, and let's take this elevator up for now. So this is right above where we first came in at, I believe. Yep, we came into the medical bay, so up to there, and then straight up to the this area. Oh, okay. So here's the bridge, right up here. So protected around armored glass. Very cool. Neat looking glass design there. And then that goes right out to the landing pad. So I mean, yeah, the layout of the ship works out pretty good though. I mean, everything's pretty straightforward. You hop in, you get right to the bridge, get right to the landing pad. So good to go. Not a whole lot of messing around, walking all over the place to get around, which is helpful in gameplay. You can just get around quicker. So yeah, very, very, very cool. Again, I love some of the aesthetics here going on with this and whatnot. And it looks like it's got a lot of stuff in it in the ship here. Take care of most of your needs. And can shoot stuff to boot here. So let's look at some numbers here. So we're really fast going forward. 342 MS. Probably a little too fast as in what's would be needed in game, and this is going to be kind of expensive with the CPU. 95 strafing, 95 lift, 218 back. This is a fast ship, by the way. This is just fast. 47 down. Size class 3, 12 hour and 52 minute build time. Does use some estrium and zirconium, which is pretty typical for any of this type of ship. In fact, most of them all are going to. 26 fuel tanks, 10 oxygen tanks. CPU wise, we are. So it looks like it's got all. Well, yeah, it's got all the CPU blocks in it stock, so it doesn't need anything on the side. Let me just see if it's gonna say advanced core. Yeah, so it does have additional CPU blocks in it. Uses 2.4 billion CPU. Let me get into the storage here. So Looks like we've got a lot of ammo boxes. We got a couple. So we got a 64K controller here, 64K. So 2 of those. Looks like 11 ammo boxes. We got harvest containers too. Harvest containers. Huh. These are like the original harvest ones. So not a harvest controller, but some harvest boxes. It did look like it had a multi-turret on here as well. So that would be for maybe some salvaging along the way. Yeah, so you got some storage in here. Quite a lot of boxes. You can sort everything out. A note to the author though, with like ammo and stuff like this. I mean, yes, the ammo box is useful for especially some ships. But rather than running like so many ammo boxes like this, I would have probably put in a controller that was an ammo controller. This keeps it separated more though, so it's less likely to lose all your ammo at once if you took a lot of damage somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this works out okay. Maybe it's not a bad idea. I really don't know. I guess I normally use controllers since they've come out, but if the game knows how to pull ammo from the boxes without problems, which I imagine it does, then there's not really any issue with that. So it's just a different way to do it. Yeah, again, very cool. So this, again, is the Zugu Katsu. I totally butchered the name again. Apologize, don't know how to say it. And this is by Optimus Prime. So very, very cool. So that's pretty much all I've got for today. But I got a couple wacky things if you stick around for a second, if I can find them. I was messing around with some concepts, prototype concepts here, and yeah, I wanted to go really old school and go retro and not use any shape blocks. No, I'm kidding. I don't know exactly what this is. It's intended to be some form of combat ship, but I was loosely like doing like a block wire frame of it. Got a lot of problems with it. I was still working on it. It's not quite there yet, and I was either gonna, and it won't look anything like what you see right now when it's done, but I was trying to like, see what I can do with thrusters, where I can put parts, how many different weapon mount locations can I get, how can I make the ship tough but light at the same time. And I was just kind of playing around with some things, and this looks kind of dumb right now. You can kind of see the top down look on the general shaping of it. I was trying sort of the tried and true design ship like we've seen over here with this one, but with little flares going on rather than having like the single nose. I was splitting it up into like 2 pieces over here, which would be like gun mounts and things like that. I was trying to get all the thrusters, well, most of them, back in the ship. Trying to use a mix of just a couple XL thrusters with some large thrusters, and yeah, that's where it's at. But right now it kind of looks like a bit of a race car or something, and it wasn't supposed to. One of the big design things I realized I totally realized I want to change is this whole wing thing is supposed to come down to like a big piece like that, and this is where it actually lands here, and not have this landing gear like pedestal over there. And I was also gonna ditch the IndyCar race car wing here and come up with something else, but basically what I was looking for is a location to mount higher end weaponry in the back part of the ship facing forward. So this is a really early work in progress. One other concept thing, I don't like this very much right now. This was trying to be a hell planet or midnight planet type of ship to get the drone parts with. So I was trying to like really beef this thing up so it could work on high gravity planets, hold a decent amount of storage, be able to take down the POIs there, have enough shield to do that, and everything else, and be able to warp as well. The only function I was not able to slam on here that I did want to do is I wanted it to be able to do salvaging, but I ran out of CPU. So, yeah, with all the thrusters and stuff, and it's running like 8 of these like medium jet thrusters, like just to lift this thing off the ground. And literally the whole space back here, I filled it all in with stuff. So warp drive and the shield and all that. So there's no room back over there. So this is your only space. Another big qualification of this one, once you blow up the POI, you got to loot it really quick. You can't go out on foot, so you have to deploy a drone. So I was trying to set it up so you could like quickly get out of the seat and deploy a drone up here. But there's a lot of problems with this design right now. One being I don't really know how to get into the cockpit. You put these positron turrets on the side, which probably don't need them, and that kind of blocked the where I was gonna put a door to come into it at. So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I like it. I was playing around with a mixture of 2 different types of glass on the front, and I don't know if I really like that either. So yeah, it was just I was playing around. At least I got a general ballpark idea on what I can pull off with CPU, as this one sits right at a Core 9 CPU, and I did not want it to exceed that. But I was planning on taking it to Core 9. That you can mess her up, and then this will allow you to get more CPU via auxiliary cores. So yeah, just a couple random things here. This one I plan on working on yet, but it's going to go through heavy changes, heavy modifications, and probably structure layout changes. And I wanted to do kind of a weird, trippy design on it. And I'm not so sure if it's going to be Creel or Scar yet. I'm kind of leaning towards Creel. But I need to change a lot of things around. It's got to get rid of that race car look, and it's got to look more alienish. So I will keep on messing with it. But since it was such a bizarre design, I didn't want to just start blocking it out using all the angled blocks and everything right off the gates. I do that on some builds, but this one was going to be really trippy, and I wanted to like draw it out in 3D with blocks before I even started working on the hull of it. The idea of this one too would be have a Xeno inner layer in crucial areas, and then an outer probably carbon substrate layer over the Xeno blocks. Because I'm going to try to hide the Xeno blocks the best I can. But I am planning on using Xeno on it and trying to make it so you can upgrade it to be hopefully a worthy combat ship is the goal. For Legacy Space, don't know yet. I don't know. I thought about that as well. Legacy Space would you'd probably put it in your regular shield, but beyond that, probably not bother with all the extra shield parts. I don't think they work in Legacy Space, and then you got to really depend on your block structure of your creation to keep it alive and safe and everything like that. So other than that, that's all of it for today. Just kind of wanted to go over everything. Some really cool designs again. Look forward to seeing what comes next. And with that being said, you all have yourself a great day, and I'll talk to you later.